Me?
Yes.
Now, similarly, how SD have a core, sales process have a core and non-core customers.
Yeah.
Similarly, we have F5 vendors. Okay, those are non-core vendors. Similarly, P2P or MM vendors, from whom we purchase the raw material, which we use for our preparation of final products. Okay, the vendors from whom I buy, for example, let's say I'm manufacturing the laptops, I require plastic. So to manufacture a laptop, I require plastic. From whom I'm buying the plastic, those are my core vendors, P2P vendors. And let's say I'm buying plant and machinery, I'm buying laptops, furniture. Though from them also I'm purchasing, but these are not my core vendors. From them, we do not have a purchase process. Directly, we go and purchase, receive the good, update your asset, and we make the payment. But in the case of raw material process, we have a different process where we first we have a inquiry, then your quotation. First, it starts with your requirement, then your inquiry, then your quotation, then your PO, then your goods receipt, then the invoice receipt, then the payment. But in the case of FI,
Just a moment, Kashi. I'm getting a call.
sure.
You can.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Kashi. Yeah.
So we need to, okay, in the FI process, we have only where we create a purchase invoice, then the payment. Okay. So let's now understand I will explain you core this particular process also in P2P FIMM integration.
Yeah.
Okay. But as of now, let's look at your non-core vendors. Here, another important thing is another reconciliation account will be used. That is your accounts payable. Okay, this is again a reconciliation account. We never directly post to a reconciliation account. We attach to a vendor. So when I'm creating a credit purchase, that is your purchase invoice. Okay, then what we credit vendor, the posting key will be 31. Then we debit your credit purchase.
Yeah. Great.
That is your profit. When we make the payment, vendor is debited, bank account is credited. Okay. Configuration initially for the creation of a vendor, the same as your customer. Create vendor account group, maintain number range for vendor number, vendor account number, assign the number range to account group, then maintain document number, vendor document number range, Here we will be maintaining KA, KR, KZ. KZ we have already maintained, so KA, KR we will maintain. Create 2 GL account. One is accounts payable, which is in other terms in your accounting terminology, we call it sundry creditors.
Why the word sundry? Just a word.
Just there's nothing. The debtors and creditors, they call it sundry creditors, sundry debtors. Okay. So this is a liability and a recon account. Then we have credit purchase, which is my expense. Then I'll create individual vendor. Again, remember 3 things. XK0 or FK01 for finance.
XK01. And then
XK01 for both finance and P2P, and VK01.
okay.
VK01, I don't know. VK01 for only for P2P. Then create credit purchase, F-43, even FB60 also you can use it. Then the payment, F-. Okay. So same here, your account group also manages the fields of vendor creation. Not only vendor segregating the vendors into different groups, it also manages the fields of vendor creation. Rest all the logic is same as per your customer. What are the logic is followed here. Only the difference is your vendor.
And also the signs of the payments, I think, plus minus.
Correct. Signs of the
I think you changed the password yesterday.
Yeah, I'm giving the new password only. Yesterday someone was again and logging out. Again I think he has locked it. No, they should understand. Someone is working, you should not make other person log out.
Yeah, you can use 12. That's my.
Okay, 12 is yours, huh? Marks 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
See, are you logged out? Logged in now?
Oh, that's my system. Yeah, that's my system.
Your system only, no?
Yeah,
so I'll post log out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. MK01, not VK.
Okay.
MK01. Okay. For vendor,
Yeah.
VD01 for material, MK01. Okay. Then now go to SCRO, the same everything. After Okay. I'm giving the same identification. Okay. Domestic vendors 001. Here we have field status also. It manages. The field status group have three options: separate, required, optional.
Yeah.
In the vendor, customer, and GL, we have additional option of
Display. Okay.
Okay. Then assign number range to vendor account group. GL0. Okay. Before that, number range have not created. Create the number range. They're all the same. I'll check which is not used. That one I'll pick.
Yeah.
And remember, in the real time, you will not find so many. Okay.
Yeah.
27 is not enough. Then I'll maintain the number range OBA7 KRKAKZ. KA is 17, KR is 19, 17, 19. Now I'll create the GL accounts. So accounts payable, that is your liability, because I am liable to pay.
Yeah.
I have taken the credit purchase, I need to return the money. Accounts payable, and that is my liability. And it is always your reconciliation. So here recon to vendor. If you do not select recon account while assigning the GL account to vendor master data, system will not allow you. Thank you. Then the credit purchase. Then I'll create individual vendor. Okay. Do not type anything in the vendor because I have not created any vendor yet. So type your account group. I have given the account group name as our company. Now, okay. It's same here, the information, this number, three. Now here, one more thing. Earlier, when we were doing the customer master data, we had an option here, company code data. We have to click on that. Now here we don't have that facility. You have to click 4 times to go to the 4 times on the enter button to go to the reconciliation account field.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Then you give the reconciliation account.
Okay.
Okay. So someone has made it cash management group as active. So it is not much required for us, but I'll just give some information. Okay. Then
Okay. I had this
one
down.
more vendor.
Yeah.
One more vendor I will create. Let's say, here we go. Super.
Also, there was some authorization group they had given purchase. Something. Purchase.
Correct.
What is that?
I'll just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one?
But authorization group, I think, in the earlier before screen. Next previous if you go. I think this one authorization.
Okay. This one, if you want to give a specific, this is not standard SAP. If you want to make specific people as authorized, means those people only can create invoices for that,
Okay.
for this vendor. So you create a group and you give an authorization here. And in some cases, I've seen where they create a group, okay, not only for creating invoice, for the make the payment. That means, for example, in I create a group, I've included 3 people. Those 3 people only can create a payment. Those 3 people can make a invoice.
Okay.
So I can manage it, but it is more of customized. Some in my previous project, it was they do not have that process. That
Okay.
specific vendors has to be created by specific group. Okay. Then we use this authorization field to segregate the vendors based upon the group again.
Okay.
Within the group, I want to segregate it to use because they didn't have any use of that field. So main purpose is that why it is given, we can segregate
Who can make
few people,
invoice?
for example, invoice or payment, because why it is segregated. See, if a person is authorized to do invoice and payment both,
So outgoing
okay,
payment.
then he can manipulate. He can give.
Yes.
He can create an invoice. He can make a payment.
Correct. Correct. Okay.
So because that will not be a what you call check will not be there any
Correct.
for
But
that scenario.
that wasn't there for customer because we are however receiving payment. So that is okay.
We can manage. There is
Yeah,
some
there
other
is.
another process
Oh,
is
okay.
there. We can manage that also
Okay.
because why for customer not only incoming payment I can create a wrong credit memo,
Uh-huh.
right? I can make an advance payment.
Yes.
So person who is making a payment, he will never be involved in the invoice.
Okay.
Okay, there will be different person who is creating the invoice, there will be a different person who will be, until unless they are very confident on him, then only they will do. But I have not seen any person, even managers, also a different manager will be there for your invoices, a different manager will be there for payment.
But
A
again
manager
for
who is,
yeah, sorry to interrupt. But again for credit memo, it's when it comes to a customer, it is just that it's like an invoice, but the
correct.
money is there, but money wouldn't flow until the
But next
payment is.
invoice get deducted, he will receive less, right? And he will be receiving less.
Or any
So it will be
payment
deducted,
that comes that he can cancel it with his credit memo.
cancel it, credit
Oh,
memo.
okay. That's right.
So the customer will get benefited.
Uh-huh. Ah, okay.
So there different options are there.
Okay.
So
And
again,
also
one
there
more.
is some more things. Check double invoice.
I
Then
will go.
okay.
I
Fine.
will.
Fine.
As of now, let's do the basic concept understand. Then field by field we will check.
Okay, fine. No.
Okay. First understand the process.
Yeah.
Then field by field because there are lots many processes we will be using.
Correct.
So I'll explain. Okay. Now I'll create a invoice. Okay. So F dash 43 09 2014 31 your credit vendor 12,540 my credit purchase. Okay. Now when I post this entry, there is to view the vendor report FPL1N. Similarly, if I check in FDL3N, there will be a for the accounts payable, there will be a now I'll make a payment at that. So everything is same, only the change is here I need to select the vendor. If you see F-06, F-07, F-28, 53, every time the screens are same.
Yeah.
Only the details is here.
Yeah.
For partial, standard, residual, all the payment process are same here. Now you are okay. I can create the invoice even using another T code FB60.
Yeah.
Okay. So give the vendor. Here we need not to give 40 with 3140. So debit and credit I can give. 40,000 and my credit purchase. The impact is same. The posting interest, everything will be same.
Yeah, just the
This
debit
is
credit, it goes
debit.
up, down.
This is used,
Yeah.
This is more used by the user
End users.
because they need not remember 3140.
Yeah.
But if you see the posting, 3140, 31 vendor, 40 credit purchase. Impact is same.
Yeah.
Here in this screen, FB60 also I can create a credit memo. We have an option here,
Yeah.
FB60
Or we
credit
can
memo,
go to FB65.
or we can go to FB65.
Okay.
The uses is the same as I told. Like in this case, for example, let's say I have received the goods. Okay, I'm purchasing this time. I have received the goods, and out of which few goods I've returned it.
Okay.
Then vendor said that okay, fine, I will not make the payment. I will send you a credit memo. That credit memo you update in your SAP system. Then in the next payment we will adjust.
Okay. But here credit memo will be positive. There it was negative.
Yes, negative. I will show you the entry. Okay, I'll post one and we will show you.
It goes confusing actually.
Huh?
I'm getting it, but it is actually a little confusing, isn't it? Because receivable, payable,
No,
you need
yes,
to have practice.
No,
Yeah.
we'll just post one entry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got the concept, but
Entries are important.
yeah.
Okay. Now this is the credit memo. Vendor amount. Earlier I used to debit the credit purchase. Now credited the credit purchase.
Yeah. When the invoices and credit memo are reverse, isn't it? So,
Correct. Exactly opposite.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is in positive. Okay. So now if I make a payment, I need to make payment of only 8,500 because there is a credit memo of 5,000 exists.
Yeah.
If I make 8,500, that means I'm making an outgoing payment here. So I'm making payment of less. 13,500, credit memo of 5,000, and all your invoices are here.
Okay.
Okay. Now the terms of the discount process, okay, same as your customer,
It was
okay,
expense, now it is income.
yeah. So now this is correct. This is my income,
Yeah.
okay. So I'll define a terms of payment.
And in terms of payment in our whatever project, I think it was 30 days. You have to pay within 30 days and something like
30 days.
that.
It depends company to company.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not standard 30 days.
Okay. It might
It's
be
a total due
discount
date.
or what does that 30 days mean? The payment has to be done.
Total due. Yes.
Yeah.
After 30, credit period given 30 days.
Okay. After that, they'll put an additional charge or something. What?
It
What?
depends. If they have something is then we have a penalty process also.
Okay.
Okay, we have a process where they can put as a penalty saying that you have not made the payment. In the case of vendor, in the case of customer, we can do a interest calculation also.
Uh-huh. Also, that overdue, the symbols will change,
Yes,
isn't it? Okay.
changes. Correct. It will change here.
Okay. In FBL 5N and 3N,
DD
1N.
this one.
Yeah, 1N.
DD yes. This
Ha
process
ha
is
ha.
called DD.
Due date. Okay.
This one.
Okay.
Okay. So terms of payment, define terms of payment, assign terms of payment to vendor. Same rules follows here also. I can overwrite it while creating the invoice. Now create a GL account, vendor discount, which is a income for me because I am paying less. Then assign for automatic portion. Then create invoice. So while creating the invoice, no impact. So make the payment. While making the payment, your vendor discount account will be updated, and you can do in the SPL.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So let's do it quickly. OBBH. Okay. New entries. VS02. I'll give it. This time list only customer. Baseline date. Percentage. Let's say 6%. Within first 5 days. 3% days within 15 days. Total due 30 days. Then I'll assign to my vendor master data SK02 under company code payment transaction VS02. You were asking this one, right? Check
Ah,
double invoice.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is more used in the P2P process where if syndicate this, okay, the incoming invoice and credit memos are checked double. We check it double at the time of entry. If any credit memos are there against to that particular thing, it will check double time. Okay. So normally it checks a one validation. Okay. That against the credit memo we have a one. For example, let's say I have a 5,000 of invoice, 1,000 of credit memo. So I need to make a payment 4,000. System normally do the checking. Okay. But you want to do a double check, then I will check this one.
Okay.
Okay. Indicator, which means that incoming invoices, credit memos are checked for a double entries at the time of
That's automatic. We just have to check it out.
automatic.
Okay.
Check it.
Okay.
Okay. And we use a lot this.
Okay.
It is used a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
For safer, and it is only used for
Yes.
vendors, not for customers.
Vendors only. Incoming invoices. This
Yeah.
is not for out
Income.
more. Customer, I don't think so. No, it's not there.
Okay. And there was another one, if I can ask you. Individual payment something.
Now this I'll explain you at the time of APP.
Individual payments. I don't know where does it check.
This one.
Sorry. Correct. Okay.
This one I will explain you at the time of APP. Okay, this is all related to automatic payment program.
Okay, fine.
Okay, this all fields belong to automatic payment.
Direct debit, is it?
Okay. APP process F110.
Okay.
Okay. I was telling no, creating a check, IDOC, sending for the information.
Yeah. Okay.
That is related to this part.
Okay.
So I assign the vendor terms of payment to the vendor. Now I'll create it. Oh, sorry, I have not created the GL account yet. So I'll create a GL account, vendor discount. Simple expenses. And I'll assign it for automatic assignment. Cash discount receipt. So I received the discount. So this is a cash discount receipt. OB XU is the T code. Then assign the GL account. That is your vendor discount. Okay. Now create a invoice. Let's say for 10,000. Okay. Now if you see, go to the payment, you will find the payment terms.
Okay.
VA02, first 5 days 6%, 15 days 3%, 30 days. The payment. In the payment tab.
Yeah.
Okay. Now make the payment. So 10,000 6% discount. So 9,400 is the 10,000 6% 600 discount.
Yeah.
Now to go to the vendor discount account.
Yeah.
1007.
Yeah.
1007. Document number is 1007.
Correct.
Same as your customer.
Yeah.
Now let's look the advance also, because it is same as your customer. Okay. Then there are other topics are there. Then advance to vendor. Now advance to vendor now in this case is a asset to me, because I am paying the expenses ahead. Purchase is an expense, so I am paying the expenses ahead. Now here again advance to vendor and your accounts payable, two reconciliations account are there. To link both the reconciliation account, we require a accounting indicator. Here also the same process. You have to transfer the special GL to normal GL to deduct the advance money from the invoice account. Otherwise, system will not allow you to make the payment. Okay. So first create advance
just
to
to
vendor.
stop you, sorry, Kashi.
Yes.
In that discount we saw FBL 3N. The discount amount should have been positive actually, isn't it? NCL? No.
Negative.
It's a discount, isn't it? So negative.
Now look at the entry, then you will get a more clarity.
Invoice. Okay, invoice was positive. Thank you.
Why it is negative, you tell me now.
I have to pay out.
What
So
is the nominal rule?
credit. Expense.
Nominal credit rule. All incomes and gains.
Yeah. The expense is
Correct.
debit. Yeah. Okay, I missed.
So this is a gain actually, our.
Correct. I always get confused.
Because I'm paying less. Always, that's the thing, always you make a note, keep in your hand that golden, no, seriously, lot many people do that. Nothing wrong in that. So that always, okay, this account, vendor discount, what account it is. This is a not real, this is not personal. So it has to be nominal. Nominal, it is credited. Why it is credited? Because it's the income. You have to think like that.
Correct.
That only, if you practice like that only, in the future, you will get more products.
Yeah. Because income, what happens?
Very simple accounting entry.
Yeah.
You will have a lot many complicated accounting. Okay, always golden rule.
Yeah.
Okay. If you follow the golden rule, you will not first determine which account it is, whether real, nominal, or personal. Then whether it is a debit or credit. If a debit, why? Credit, why? Then it will be.
Okay. Fine.
So advance to vendor, create advance to vendor. Now this is an asset and reconciliation account. Okay. Why? Because asset, because I'm paying the expenses for in the future expenses now. Link accounts payable with recon account with advance to vendor. Then post advance, then create purchase invoice, then transfer of special real to nominal. Then for rest of the money outgoing payment. Okay, same process, nothing changed in your thing. There it was accounts receivable and advance from customer. Here, advance to vendor. Okay, so let's create the GL account. Recon account to vendor. For this treasury and cash management, I asked one of my friends. Okay, he said he will share me some documents. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
By tomorrow evening, I'll send it to you. He's out of town now.
Okay.
So he sent me here some documents which gives you an overview of that. So I'll share it with you.
Okay.
Probably by tomorrow evening, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Okay, that document will help you.
And if I have any doubts, I can ask you.
Treasury, I don't have much. Cash management, yes. I have worked long back, but yes, I'll try to. Treasury, definitely not.
Okay, no worries.
Because I have not at all worked on treasury.
Okay.
But you just put me, if I'll check any of my friends, they have a
Yeah.
thing, if I have any idea, then I
Yeah.
will just
Yeah.
check this.
But you
Okay.
just give me an overview on cash management then.
Cash management overview next week I'll give you.
Next
Okay.
week.
Even I have to go because it's a long 3 years back I have worked on it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cash management one implementation. That was the old system where we were using more of petty cash book.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now it is more of treasury.
Okay.
Okay, my friend says that it is a similar thing. So I'll just go through and I'll let you know in the next session definitely.
Okay. Okay. For now, probably I'll just Google out and understand
Yeah.
and just listen in the
Just
class.
understand cash management. Correct.
Okay.
Okay. I have worked that thing like I have worked in the 4.7 version
Uh-huh.
where it was more we were using for planning, petty cash book and planning. Now there are additional features are there with cash center, which is called
Okay.
cash center.
Okay.
Process is same, only that need to understand the logic. Okay, so there's small changes is there. So I'll just I'm definitely sure if I go through I will be able to
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just go through and let you know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I created advance to vendor. Now I'll link the GL accounts payable and your advance to vendor using a special indicator Y. Sorry, special indicator A.
Mm.
Okay. We have very commonly used two special GL indicator. One is A for advance, another is W for bank bill discounting. Okay. So special GL indicator A, start of account, recon account, that is your accounts payable, and advance to vendor. Okay. Now I'll open up all the GL accounts and postings so that we can understand clearly. People is there. I'll add advance. Okay. So first entry is your advance receipt payment. Sorry, payment of your advance. I'm making the payment to the advance F dash 48. 09 and the vendor. Let's select the second vendor.
They
Special
use F
into
dash
A
47, I think. Same, is it? We'll see next.
F dash
47.
F dash F
47.
dash 47. That is payment request.
Yeah.
It is request, not payment.
That is a noted item, is it?
Noted item. This one.
Okay. Later, I think yesterday also we couldn't
Yeah,
see, but we'll see after this. Yeah. Fine.
yeah. Okay. Then the bank account. Let's say I'm receiving an advance of 2,500 and the value. Okay. The entry is debit bank account, credit the vendor account because payment is going out. Now, if I want to see the transaction, the vendor, you have to click special GL transaction. Now in the vendor account, there is a entry, no entry to your accounts payable, but your advance to vendor, there will be a, okay.
Uh-huh. Correct.
Next, I'll create a invoice. Let's say for 12,500. Costing credit purchase. 31 Cobra, that is your vendor, 40. Now, vendor's account, there will be a new entry for 12,500. In your accounts payable also, there will be entry of 12,500. Now, this 2,500 I'll transfer to the accounts payable using the special transfer of special bill to normal. Yes. F dash 50. Okay. So automatically the invoice document is updated. Otherwise, you have to give the document. Then click on process transfer. Double click on the transfer posting and okay. Now here we got one error message. Correct the mark line items. Okay. It's nothing in this particular line item which is in blue. Give the text information.
Yeah.
Okay. So someone has made it mandatory text field as a mandatory.
Okay.
Now both are blank. So no error message. Save. Now advance to vendor will be 0 and this 2,500 will transfer to your accounts payable. Now outgoing payment. 12,500 is the invoice, 2,500 the one. Okay. Now refresh, everything will be here. So remember, in the both indicator process, your accounts payable, GL accounts or account receivable will not updated at the time of receipt of or payment of advance. It will be updated at the time of invoice and at the time of transfer of special GL to normal GL and outgoing. Okay. Now you are saying the cash management. I'll give you like a petty cash book idea.
Yeah.
You heard of petty cash book? Any idea of petty cash book?
No, nothing.
Okay. So then probably that will may help. I'm not sure. May help your
yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Petty cash till now. Petty cash book. All the transactions we were dealing with your bank. Okay. So there is most of the time income tax people, your every company, they suggest that okay, you should do all the transaction with the bank. That's the standard. But there will be a lot many expenses which has to be paid via cash. Petty expenses. Correct. There will be lot many expenses, or some of the time over the counter we sell products. Like over the counter we purchase products.
Correct.
Sometimes we pay small expenses via cash. That time cash transaction is mandatory.
Okay.
Every company there will be one employee which is called petty cashier, who will be responsible for all the cash transaction. He will have the cash physically, he will have the cash and he will deal with all the transaction. Okay. Very common, there will be a 6 transaction most of the time. First, cash transfer from bank. Okay, how it works? At the starting of the week, the cashier will go and withdraw the money from the bank.
Okay.
He will keep it with him. Okay, in the weekends or most of the time some companies they do quarterly, for 15 days, some companies for weekly, some companies monthly. What happens starting of the month or starting of the week, the cashier will withdraw the money from the bank. Throughout the week, he will do the incoming payment, outgoing payment. Then at the weekend, on Friday evening, again he has to deposit back the money to the bank. Again Monday morning he will come back, again he will withdraw, or starting of the month. It depends upon your business to business, your client. So first is your cash transfer from bank, that is withdrawn. Second transfer is cash transfer to bank, that is at the end of the week, end of the month. Next is cash sales. When I'm doing a cash sales, I do not require any vendor. I require any customer. Why? Because he is making the payment. It is not necessary for me to remember him.
Yeah.
Okay. Similarly, cash purchase. I'm giving the cash. I'm not on credit. I'm giving the cash and I'm purchasing product. So for me, it is not to remember the vendor that I need to make the payment.
Yeah.
Next, customer payment. Here, I need to remember the customer. So the customer master data is involved. Because I'm making direct payment to the customer. It may be based upon some old reference. It may be my advance payment. It may be anything. Similarly, vendor payment. Here also, vendor master data is required. But above 4 transactions, it is not. So standard SAP has already given the transaction for all these 6.
Okay.
We need to just copy those transactions and assign our GL account. What are the GL account I'm going to use it? Those GL account I need to assign and we can post the entries.
Like income expense.
So for the first,
Okay.
correct,
Okay.
income for the first 4. Cash transfer to bank, cash transfer to the bank, both the time it is an asset. Cash sales is an income, cash purchase is an expense. So customer payment, vendor payment, it is not required to create anything because you have a customer account, vendor account, and you have a cash account.
Why is cash transfer from bank and to bank asset?
So, as I said, at the starting of the month or period, I will withdraw the money from the bank, the petty cashier. He will use the fund, and at the weekend, again he will deposit the money to the bank.
Yeah.
Okay, the first transaction start with your cash transfer from bank. He will withdraw the money from the bank. The petty cashier will use for cash sales, cash purchase, customer vendor or payment, vendor payment at the month end or weekend. He will deposit back the money to the bank. So for that we require cash transfer from bank, cash transfer to bank.
Okay. But why is it asset?
Okay.
No.
Huh?
I didn't get that. Why is it asset? Yeah, it goes out and comes back, but why is it asset?
Why not it is asset?
Okay.
Why not it is asset? Why you are thinking it is not asset?
Asset is something that I have already. Something.
Yes,
that
so that is an asset, correct?
But won't the amount reduce? It will be the same thing.
Where it is reducing?
It is just he take the cash and give it back. Exact amount.
Correct. That's it. You are transferring from one pocket to another pocket.
Okay.
You are having 1,000 rupees in your one pocket. You took 500, kept it in another pocket. Did your cash, your balance reduce?
No. Okay.
Here also the same. Cash is a one pocket, bank is a one pocket.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah, just
So
a
I'm
plan.
taking from the bank, posting in the cash. Taking from the cash, posting in the bank.
Okay.
But the balance is not reducing.
Okay.
Correct? Now clear?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm see, when I spend, that is income and expenses, but I'm transferring from bank account to cash, cash to bank, so I'm not spending it, I'm just keeping it in different places.
Sorry.
So it is always your asset. Cash transfer from bank, cash to bank. Okay. In the document, I think it's given liability. That's why you're getting confused. Some student told me that I've updated liability somewhat. Okay.
No.
But it is an asset. Always remember, cash from bank, cash transfer to bank, cash transfer to bank from bank, always asset.
And I'm thinking, why do you actually have to do a transfer? Why you have to do this transfer?
Why it is required for the transfer?
Yeah, why do I have to do a cash transfer from into bank?
See, cashier needs the cash. From where he will get it?
Okay.
Correct?
Fine. Yeah.
Cashier needs the cash. So he will go to the company bank account and withdraw.
Okay. Maybe
At the
stupid
month end,
question, but yeah.
no, fine. And the weekend, normally he will not allow to keep in the weekend.
Okay.
So it's a standard process. It's every company, petty cashier, weekly or monthly or every 15 days he has to do that.
Okay, maybe I don't know that process itself. Okay.
Yeah, this is standard process.
Okay.
When earlier I used to work for Doordarshan, like I was a petty cashier.
Okay.
Channel Doordarshan is there, no?
Yeah.
So I used to work there as an accountant. So my job was cashier. So there every day
Uh-huh.
I'll go to the bank at 10 o'clock, withdraw the money, throughout the day I spend it.
Uh-huh.
At the end of the day at 4:30, I'll go again and deposit back the money.
Okay.
Because they used to carry, at that time, like 2010, it's like they used to give us 75 to 1 lakh. So which is considered a huge amount.
Yeah. Okay.
In 2000, 2001, something like that.
Uh-huh. Oh.
So it's like very small branch of a Doordarshan in Odisha I used to work.
Uh-huh.
So where my job was accountant and I was also petty cashier. So every day used to do that.
Okay, nice.
Fine?
Yeah.
So coming to the configuration, first copy the cash format. As I said, everything in the petty cashier we use copy. Standard SAP is given, everything we will be copying all the configuration. Okay, so here are the steps. I don't remember the key steps.
Okay.
So, okay, I'll follow the same here. Okay, first create the GL accounts. Okay, I'll create 4 GL accounts.
Yeah.
That is cash to bank, bank to cash, cash sales, cash purchase. Okay.
Yeah.
Then for the cash transaction, number ranges are different.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to maintain a separate number range in FBCJ C1. Okay, then I'll copy the setup, all the setups. In next 3 configuration, we'll always copy from the standard. First the setup, then in the setup, I assign my cash account. What are the cash account I'm creating? Because in my company code, the cash account will be different from the standard company code. So I'll assign the cash account. Next, for the next 6 transaction, that is your cash transfer bank, to bank, cash sales, cash purchase. All these transactions I'll copy, and for these 4 I will assign the GL accounts. these two it is not required because
it's already there.
my customer vendor may be different.
Okay.
Correct? Every time when I make a customer payment, it will not be only one customer. It can be different customer.
Yeah.
So that will be picked from the customer master data. Similarly, whenever I'm making a payment, vendor may be different. So I'll pick from the vendor master data.
Yeah.
Okay.
GL accounts
Then
are there for that. So the recon.
no, not GL account. Customer vendor are not GL account. Those are accounts. Remember.
Yeah, recon account.
GL accounts are different. No, not reconciliation account. Customer vendor are not your GL accounts.
Yeah.
See, I created the GL account in FS00.
Yeah.
But here I don't create the customer vendor. I
Correct.
create a customer vendor in different FK01 or your FD01. This is completely different.
Okay, those are different accounts. And yeah, I just assign this
That is
GL some recon account to the
correct.
customer vendor. Yeah.
And vendor.
Yeah.
Okay. Then after that, I copy the print parameter. And all the transactions related to cash happens in FBCJ, not FB01. If you do FB01, it posts, but that is incorrect process. So always it will be using FBCJ to post to the cash.
Okay, FB01 was for GL accounts posting.
See, FB01 also I can use it, FB02, FB50, and I can post to a cash account. Okay, we used to post salary account debited to bank account, correct?
Yeah.
I can post salary to bank account also, salary to cash account also, but we use more FBCJ
Okay.
for cash transaction. But it is not standard rule. It depends on company to company. In my experience, all my implementation, we always used to use FBCJ for cash transaction. Whatever the bank transaction, FD02, FB50 used. But SAP system allows. I can do salary account debited to cash account also in FD02 or FB50. Okay. Let's do the configuration. First, I'll create the GL accounts. Cash to bank, bank to cash. Cash from bank. One. Then cash from bank. Then cash to bank. One is withdrawing, one from depositing. Then one more cash account. Vendor payment, or sorry, my cash purchase. Vendor payment is not required. This credit purchase, not cash. My expense. Cash sales. Now, first configuration, define the number range, FD, CJ, C1. Okay, type your company code, insert, I will give any number range, new number range. This is nowhere related to your OBA7.
Okay.
Okay. Then I copy the setup parameters, that is FB, CJ, C0. Okay, select the first one and copy. Change the company code, change the GL account, give your cash GL account, then the current. Then create, change, delete business transaction. So here rest of created I will assign. That is cash transfer to bank, cash transfer from bank,
Yeah.
cash purchase, cash sales. Payment to vendor, payment to customer, not required. Okay. Select the first 5 transactions. See, cash transfer from bank to bank, payment from customer, payment to vendor, cash purchase, cash sales. And copy this. Change to your company code. Cash from bank. Send the cash from bank. Cash to bank. Then cash purchase. No need to assign. Payment to customer, payment to vendor. And so till now we have not defined the tax codes. Okay. So yeah, I'll explain you that one also. Tax procedure. Okay.
Yeah.
So as of now, I'm removing here. Then the last configuration, that is the print parameters. If you want to print, you have to use this particular parameter, which we always copy from the standard. As change the company. That's it. The correspondence is SAP 1X. What is this correspondence? How you work? I'll show you. We have a separate topic, payment print program. Normally, after all that explain, I used to explain this, but you wanted that. That's why I just give you a word.
Yeah, because otherwise I'll be looking at stars in the class.
Yeah, that's what I thought of giving
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Now all the configurations are done. Now go to FBCJ. Okay, cash journal which I copied is 001. My company code and the cash journal.
Cash journal.
This is your place where all the cash transactions are happening. Now here if you see, my balance is 0.
Yeah.
I cannot do any cash payment.
Okay.
I have to do the
Cash.
receipt. First, let's say I'm transferring the fund from bank. So, cash transfer from bank. And the amount. And enter. When you enter, you will get a entry recorded.
Yeah.
Then select it, post selected. Now it is in green. Now
Okay,
if you
that,
see,
okay.
it has increased by 20,000.
That means the money loan to the petty cashier.
Okay.
Isn't it?
So given the fund to the petty cashier.
Yeah.
Similarly, now petty cashier has done some sales. So cash sales transaction. Let's say for 30. Again enter.
Okay.
Entry is recorded. Select. Post. It is in.
Okay, correct.
Then your
Purchase.
sales to customer, customer payment.
Yeah.
Payment from customer. Now I have to give the customer from whom I am receiving in this customer tab.
Okay.
That's why in that configuration we do not give, because we may receive from any customer.
Correct.
Select. Now it is. So 3 transaction of cash receipt. Similarly, your cash payment. First, let's say payment to vendor. So I have to give the vendor name. Say. So give the vendor identification. So when I make the payment, my total receipt will be reduced.
Yeah.
Select it. From the 1,50,000, 10,000 gone.
Correct.
Similarly, payment for cash purchase. In the cash purchase, not required to remember the vendor name, because I'm purchasing via cash. Select the line item. Now let's say weekend has come. Now cashier is going back and deposit the fund to the bank. So complete money he will deposit it.
Okay. But the asset increased from 50,000 to 120. Okay.
Because you have gained income also, no?
Yeah. So that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Correct.
Yeah. Cash transfer to bank.
That's an asset. Oh.
Because if my expenses could have been more, then it couldn't be not. So now balance is 0. Again, starting of the month, again he will do the same cash transfer from the bank, cash sales, cash payment, or received or payment throughout the week or month based upon this process. This is your petty cash book transaction record.
Okay. With this. Okay. Okay. So,
Now,
something would be more than this, or it will be only this?
Yes, there will be more than this.
Okay.
Much more.
Okay. Okay.
There are few other processes are there. Okay. So that time I was new to FSCM, so I was involved very less.
Okay.
So around 3.5 years back.
Oh,
So first I worked in FI, then controlling, then FSCM. So I worked in the FSCM first 3 modules like dispute, collection, credit, bill and direct. Treasury, cash is very less. Treasury I have not worked because treasury, it was completely client who wanted to maintain it. That is not required. So cash was considered one of the very crucial, and at that time I had around how much 3.5, 4 years of experience.
Oh.
We have consultants who were like 10, 11 years of
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
So I was involved very, very less.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, do this testing, do that testing. That's it. Apart from that, nothing more. Because obviously cash is considered as one of the very critical process.
Okay. Okay.
Very, very critical process because it determines lot many things. Basing upon the cash, you will come to know how much payment you
Asset.
can make,
Yeah.
how much asset is there. So that's a very critical process. So we had consultants who had 10, 11 years of experience, so definitely
Okay.
they have given more
Yeah.
preference than
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Anytime. Yeah. Yeah.
We were.
Yeah. And
But I'll give you
this,
overview. I'll give you the overview.
you'll tell me some more also. Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes. I'll tell you more. Next
Any?
session.
Oh.
I need to get some. I need to. I'll just recap.
Okay.
Okay. Once my friend sends a document, if I go through it, probably a few things will stuck come to my mind.
Okay.
So then I'll definitely I will explain you.
Yeah. And this dispute management and all, that's in cash management, is it? Or
That is FSCM.
FSC?
FSCM is like first your dispute. First is collection.
Okay.
No, sorry. Biller direct, credit,
Okay.
collection, dispute, cash, and treasury.
Okay.
Okay. In between, we have your bank communication management.
Okay.
These are part of FSCM.
Okay. What is it actually? I don't know. What is this dispute collection? Direct something.
So dispute, see, first is your credit management. For example, if you're giving a credit to a customer,
Uh-huh.
so you have to look, you have to maintain its transaction and you have to give a rating whether the customer worth of giving credit or not.
Okay.
How much credit we can give.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is your credit management. We can rate, we do a rating to a customer. We can manage. Okay, he has taken total 1 lakh rupees of credit, and his total amount is 1,50,000. I have given a credit limit. So whether it's a dynamic or starting basing upon that will decide.
Okay.
So that is credit. Collection. How do we collect? Follow-ups.
Okay. That can be credit sales, right? We are selling it on credit without an
Yes.
invoice.
Without, no, it can be anything. It
Okay.
can be your with invoice also. Both the way it can be.
How with invoice?
If
Credit means something
with the
more.
invoice, no, credit sales.
Uh,
See, if you do not make the payment, that is a credit sale.
Against the invoice also, if till now the payment has not yet come, then that is a credit again.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Then after collection, then your dispute. For example, any dispute between your invoice and their invoice. You think that you need to receive 10,000, but they said that think that they will need to pay only 9,000.
Okay.
Then dispute. You will create. He may create a dispute in your system saying that okay, we will issue a dispute of 1,000 rupees. Then you will do an analysis. You will give a justification.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Then your biller direct. Biller direct. It is actually a tool to create this dispute, all these things via web mail, web channel.
Uh-huh.
So you will give the access to the user. Okay, he will check the invoice, everything. Okay, for related to his thing, and he will let you know is there any dispute or not.
Okay.
This is one part.
Okay.
Then your treasury cash, purely different but part of financial supply. Where cash management, how do you manage your cash? Commitment management, bank chain communication, using a bank chain communication, how bank process is used. Then your treasury, where we have two things. Treasury, one, managing your portfolios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're investing something, then managing your portfolios, or if you are a treasury company, then how do it works.
Okay.
So that is completely different model.
Probably I'll get an overview and you can. Yeah. Now, but then I at least know what are the subtopics. So when she will tell me, I'll understand. Probably then I can ask you later. Let's see what code. Yeah, even the document can help me.
Sure. To be very frank, I see if I train on something, I should document.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try to get, but it may not be. It will be like standard SAP document.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'll give you that.
Okay.
Okay. So FSM normally, like, why we do not train, because people who are into SAP, they can only learn FSM. If new persons cannot learn FSM. So you are into SAP, yes, you can learn, but person who are freshers, so it's very hard to train because they will not understand the flow. To
What do you
understand the
mean by
FSM,
that? I didn't get.
we need to understand the flow, how
Flow.
the flow is, sales invoice flow, purchase invoice flow.
Because now I know this how the
Because
other processes work, so
yeah,
I know how this
that's why you
dependency.
are able to relate it.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Okay. You need that working knowledge, not just the theoretical.
Yes, yes, just little.
Okay. Fine.
Now let's look to the bank charges. Then we'll give a brief. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
small
yeah.
topic on.
Yeah. Uh, and also, if you don't mind, I've got some questions.
Yes, please tell. Tell
I
me.
can't give you enough questions. uh,
Fine, fine.
Noted items. We were to see that,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that sure. At the end, I'll show you that one out.
Okay. Then two, three more questions. Cost
Yes.
center. When we did with the, I know cost center is all with the controlling, but
Hmm.
when we did the sales that yesterday, accounts receivable, we
Hmm.
didn't see much of cost
Because
center or profit center.
yes,
Cost, yeah.
correct. Because we have not activated controlling yet.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, probably after few sessions only. Because if I activate now,
Uh-huh.
okay, first you need to understand the FI flows, then controlling.
Okay.
Then in the transaction, you will update cost center or profit center while recording.
Yeah.
Okay, so controlling, you have not touched anything now. So that's why I'm working. I have not activated for this company code yet.
Okay.
So that's why it is not asking cost center or profit center.
Okay. Okay. So, but profit center is from the sales, the profit that I get,
Yes.
is it? And
It
cost.
depends. So it depends how you're using. Some companies, they use only cost center. They update the profit center in your cost center
Okay.
and they record the transaction. Some companies, they post that entry to profit center.
Okay.
Okay. So there are different ways out there.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. I think she's going to teach us cash management one day, then corporate finance management, then there's too many topics that she's going to teach. I think 3 days. The third day, I think I'll have to see what is the topic. So that's okay. Probably it's like too many things all at once.
Correct. So
Yeah.
the thing is, if I start controlling, then there are lot many things you will not see.
Yeah.
Without understanding ABP, asset accounting, tax, going to the controlling, it's no use.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
useless.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Cost center, profit center, internal audits are in reality very easy.
Okay.
In one day we can finish up. But
Uh-huh.
if I start that, then these topics, you will get confused because
Correct.
you are not in a flow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you glow in a flow, then you will able to link up. That's why I cannot teach
No. No.
controlling
No. No. No.
another till we finish the asset
Yeah.
accounting.
No, I understand because, but my employer will never understand it. And he
Yeah,
just
that
like,
that
take it, take it, take it.
take it. I
Yeah.
do know.
So,
So you will be there like for 3 years. Then why they are pushing you like take everything in one day?
I don't know their approach. Actually, they have already asked me to give me a test plan on all the modules. We have got around 10 modules. So they want a
Mhm.
test plan on all these things. I really don't know what to do. So,
Test plans in all the modules.
Yeah, there are around
Which all the modules is FI related or
everything controlling us. Accounts payable is there, accounts receivable, general ledger. Then we have asset accounting, tax,
then
controlling,
you
product
you tell them
cash.
until unless I know the process, how will you do it? Simple. You
I
have to
told,
start asking.
yeah, I told them saying that there are no trainings that are given yet. They're like, we consider that you're all FI experts or whatever. They're
We
consultants.
know the FI experts. You tell them that I can give you a standard, okay, not related to your process. I can give you a standard test scripts, but not related to you. It may not include your stock. If they ask, you have to start pushing. You have to tell them.
Yeah,
This is otherwise, just standard test scripts will give it. You can
yeah,
say then, but I cannot. It may not match to your process. You explain the process, then yes.
yeah,
So if they say that it is SAP overall everything, no. SAP is a customized tool. Let them understand.
yeah,
Let them understand.
yeah,
SAP you are using in your company is different. SAP is some other company is different. 100% different. You
yeah.
have to start pointing out. Otherwise,
Yeah, and they've got around 130 company codes, and even their standard, say now accounts receivable, the invoice, they have got some manual steps like okay, take a scan, take a printout, and all that. So
then how it is possible?
they are just being I don't know very
So
strange.
you did you inform this thing to your manager?
My manager was there. I told them, first of all, there are so many company codes, and then we haven't even got trainings in everything. So, how are we supposed to give? So, they're like, you just give it, it's standard processes and all that. Just give some
Wow.
numbers, that's it.
So
Yeah.
he's not a SAP experience guy, yeah? Your
Yeah,
manager.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's just that
So
manager. He's an
he
Indian.
doesn't have exposure to SAP.
Yeah.
Easily, if that person says that thing means, we can easily make out. He doesn't have much exposure to SAP.
Just talks anything, yeah.
No, probably you ask for another resource. Definitely, otherwise it will be difficult for you.
Another resource, is it?
Yes, yes. What 130 company code alone? You want to do everything?
Yeah, no, there's another my colleague. She's into actually she's done a little bit of FSCM.
Okay.
Actually, she would have a better knowledge than me. But the way we were going in the classes, I think I could understand at least better. So, but then with two people also can't plan and do everything for 130 company.
Yeah, 130 things will be huge.
Yeah,
It will take some. Let's see, it is very common. See, in our previous implementations, all the time, minimum we have seen 250 company codes.
yeah. Okay.
But we have similar kind of resources.
Uh-huh.
Okay, definitely at a time, let's say I take 100, companies at a time, so another person 110 company codes.
Uh-huh.
So like that we should segregate. So it's not like 250 companies because okay, cash you take it definitely. It's not possible with any single company.
Yeah, just to understand, Kashi, I don't know if it's too much, but then just for me to understand, say we have just 10 modules, so how should I divide it? I should pick up one module at a time and write all the test cases for that and then move to next, isn't it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's the best thing.
Okay, so I'll pick up accounts receivable first because it sounds a little easy.
Go with GL. No, go with GL.
Okay.
GL, then account receivable. GL definitely there will not be much.
Much, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So GL, if you do it, what happens? You will get a idea,
Mm-hmm.
basic idea. Then account receivable, then accounts payable, then asset accounting, then your cost center, internal order, profit center, the
Okay.
product costing, then
Yeah.
your COPA,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they have got
then
Copa also, I think. Yeah. Okay.
then one by
Fine.
one.
Fine. And out of these, I think you remember, isn't it? Those 10 modules, we've got GL, accounts payable, receivable, asset accounting, tax, product costing, cash, corporate finance management, and controlling. So, will these first three, say GL, AR, AP, come to 20%, isn't it? Because each one has around 40,
Yes.
40, because T
Correct,
codes.
correct. Come to 20%.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Accounts payable, I will give GLAR, I'll give 5%. Accounts payable, I'll give 15%.
Okay, okay. So almost 25 I will be able to cover.
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, okay. And also one more question. In this, say a simple T code for invoicing, say
Mm-hmm.
FD60 or F dash something.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are the variations that will come? Like there are these fields. Like now, I'm paying for the say this was an invoice for the customer. So I need to
Okay.
give the from an end user perspective, I give the GL, isn't it? So. The
FB60 you are doing means
FB
FB60 is for vendor.
vendor, yeah, FB70.
So
Yeah. So anything, yeah, FB70, let's see. Yeah.
so
FB,
you have to tell them that the script, customer, invoice date, amount. If they have a tax,
yeah, they have
calculate
tax.
tax.
Yeah.
So then calculate tax. First thing is check the company code,
Uh-huh.
whether your company code is the same or not. Otherwise, switch to your company code.
Yeah.
Okay. Then customer, invoice, date, amount,
Hmm.
calculate tax,
Yeah.
then your GL account to which they are crediting,
Correct.
amount.
Amount.
Then your cost centers
Correct. Yeah.
or internal order, whichever they are using.
Okay. So only an internal order will need the cost center details.
No, sometimes the cost center internal both can be there. It can be only cost center will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Can be both are there.
Okay. So okay. So now if I take this T code alone, so they can be if there are 130 T codes, so the same thing will apply for all the 130s, isn't it? Except the tax, I
Yes,
think.
yes.
Okay.
Everywhere it will be the same process.
Okay.
I
Might
don't
be.
think so. The
Yeah.
company code wise they may not make difference.
Yeah. Only the manual steps will be different for each company code. Like
Correct.
complete end to end from say sales order to invoice to payment. Probably the manual steps will be different for each company code. But these all T codes, the standard ones, will usually be same except the tax.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
It will be the same. 100% sure.
Okay. Okay. And tax has to be will come from the company. I mean, sales order, isn't it? I should put the same tax.
Yes,
It can
in
be
the sales order.
okay.
Okay. You can give in the sales order. So normally in the GL account we put a star. So whatever in the sales order we give it will fit.
Okay. Okay.
Here calculate tax it will give, then here all the tax will come
Okay.
automatically. Then
Okay.
you select which tax code.
Okay. Okay. Fine. And yeah. So then, yeah, I got an idea. Thank you, Kashi. I think for now, at least, I can do this.
I couldn't share my earlier tax code, but earlier all my projects are like defense, all these things.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's very critical for us to we cannot share.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I'll try to get
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
try to get some from my friends.
Yeah.
See, all my implementation earlier was aerospace or defense,
Uh-huh.
which is if I put a pen drive or I will send a mail
Mm-hmm.
of test scripts or anything, I will give a justification in my company.
Okay. Yeah.
So all
Yeah.
laptops are so, but I'll try to get some of my friends old test scripts.
Yeah.
I'll try to send someone so that you
Yeah.
will have an idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
That definitely I can get.
Okay.
For my project I cannot give you, but definitely from other projects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, my office laptop is so they have confidence so much. If I send a mail other than an email ID, if it's Excel, it will be scanned.
Oh. Okay. Okay. That
Okay, because
critical.
we work yes because we work for defense and aerospace companies. So
Oh. Oh. Oh.
these
Okay.
are government like
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
very critical,
Very strict. Yeah. Yeah.
very strict.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, many times if so, for example if I cannot uh, put a pen drive, if I put a pen drive within 30 seconds, my system will be locked.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so for example, we have a mouse, right?
Uh-huh.
If USB mouse, there is a option will be there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if I put the wrong slot, my system will be locked.
Okay.
Because it is a process. It
Good,
is
yeah.
our
Yeah.
work in very.
Yeah. Yeah.
But definitely, I'll just check with my friends. Definitely, I'll send you
Yeah.
some other.
Yeah.
So I'll get you to that by end of the today. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
That might help you.
Okay. I have the scenarios that they've given me. Probably I can just share with you one of them, say account
Yeah.
receivable or something. And just sorry to bother you so much, but if I can get an idea of how much it is, because it's all new, and they will, you
Okay.
can understand how critical, how stupid or irritating my customer is. So,
That's the beauty of a customer. You can send it to
yeah,
me. You
yeah,
send it to me.
yeah,
Another thing,
yeah,
I
yeah,
do agree whatever you're saying, but you work under this scenario,
uh,
it it will be initially maybe 6 months will struggle, but after that your life will be very easy.
yeah. That's why I've taken up the.
Not
It's
only this project, you go to any project,
yeah.
you are now habituated, so you can do anything.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, my last Australian was the same, but that was CRM, social services, and PSCD, and that was okay. But here they made me team lead, and I don't know what he's asking for and everything. But I've just taken it
So
up because it's a
so
good learning.
after
Yeah,
so yeah, so after the training, you will be working from there for next 3 years, huh?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. So how come your family members? Like, I don't
Uh,
know.
yeah. No, I will travel probably every,
Okay.
yeah. So.
So you are you married or
No, no, I have my
oh,
fiance, so he's in Germany
okay?
actually. So
So then fine.
yeah, so
So
I'll let.
it's like if you're married, it's very challenging. Like
Yeah.
because wherever I go, I travel with my wife always.
Okay, okay. Yeah, actually, it's
So
very difficult. This last week
difficult.
was very
Yeah.
tough for me because it's all
Initially.
boomers coming in, and I just don't understand. But I could understand. I think now I got an idea, isn't it? I'm actually
Yeah.
confident now with at least these
That's
three
right.
modules. Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is, you everything apply logic.
Yeah.
You know the process, apply the logic. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Test skills definitely. I'll send you few with that. You will be able to do
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
Kashi.
So let's finish up this bank
Break.
charges. Then we will have a break. Then we
Oh,
will continue.
okay, fine, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start.
Now, bank charges is another accounts payable process where we additional to your invoice, we put some bank charges. Okay. So in that case, we this bank charges has to be assigned to another GL account. Okay. So my invoice amount will be different. Okay, my bank charges will be different. For example, my invoice is for 10,000. Okay, bank charges is for 500. Now, invoice, when I make the payment, the total amount, if I do not have a discount, so total 10,000 I need to make the payment to the vendor.
Yeah.
Then this bank charges will be, should go to another GL account. Okay. So SAP configuration, we have a process where we can assign this bank charges to a separate GL account and it will be updated at the time of payment.
Okay. Hello? Hello?